We'll take a look again at our theme, so yung pinaka-basis of what the Lord has given us. And the theme for 2008 was given very early in 2007. So, hindi man to after the difficulties. Pero, just like the theme last year, Lamentations, binigay sa atin ni Lord, but there was more to it than just the theme verse. Di ba? No one ever realized, but there was so much more to it. Hindi lang yung verse that spoke about hope, that by itself is great. Pero eventually, we began to realize, talagang palang kung nalaman lang natin, hindi na para tayo ni Lord. As we began to understand the story of Lamentations, the story of God's people Israel, Covenant, and then as we began to experience what actually happened to us, para bang, when you look back on hindsight, talagang may sinasabi si Lord. None of us ever had an inkling, but He was right on the dot, right on the money, so to speak. So, ngayon, binigyan na naman tayo ng ating theme for this year. And it is not just about having joy after Lamentations. Parang ganun lang yung simple understanding. Diba? Talungkot ka, ngayon masaya ka na. So, mayroon kang problema, ngayon tapos na yung problema mo. Hindi ganun lang. That's the simple, superficial understanding of our theme of joy for this year. But actually, the verse that God has given us and the whole book of Zephaniah, connected rin yan. It flows and very specific to the crisis and the aftermath that we are today experiencing. So, from last year to this year. Kaya nga, kailangan intindihin natin at I'm not going to spend too much time on that anyway kasi kailangan pag-usapan natin maraming practical aspects. But all I'm saying is, you will need to read and reread the book of Zephaniah. You will have to hopefully study if you have the opportunity, pati yung history of God's people, Israel. You have to understand where the prophet is coming from, and then you have to discern ano nga ba yung applicability of what he's saying to our particular situation today. And yun nga, yung ating reference point is precisely the theme last year from the book of Lamentations, but it wasn't just that one verse. It was the whole book of Lamentations. In fact, it was the whole happening to the people, to God's people, Israel. So, marami pa rin tayo matutunan as we move along, and as the Lord Himself reveals things to us about the book of Zephaniah and His prophecy, and of course, the particular verse that He has given to us. Pero ngayon, we will take a look at some of these things. Yung setting nga nito was the reign of King Josiah. And Josiah was a good king. Pero marami kasi silang, they had many more kings who were unfaithful, who turned away from the Lord, who veered away, who became unfaithful to the covenant. And this was the situation of God's people that led the prophet Zephaniah to give his prophecy, which is this work. And I just pick up a few things here and there. When we take a look at chapter 1, verses 4 to 6, it speaks there about the worship of false gods. Sa inyong problema nila, idolatry. They actually had God. Who was God? Ito na yung pinaka-Diyos, but still they veered away. They worship other gods. And the veering away is always critical. Today, it is not so much anymore turning away from the true God and turning to idolatry, worshiping Molech or Baal or whoever. Hindi na masyado yan ang pinag-usapan ngayon. But in truth, there are many other gods that we can really set God aside and say that these are more important to me. Whether it's money, power, position, yung mga ganon, it is even easier for us to see as a renewed people of God na hindi talaga tama yung mga aspetong ganon. And it can really lead us astray. But there are still also many who could become gods, which are good things, but a God, an idol, is anyone that takes the place of the one true God. Kaya yun yung nangyari sa atin, yung peering away. And here was this wonderful word with the poor that God gave us, galing sa Diyos, talagang binigay sa atin in order to be part of the life and mission to really proclaim Christ. Pero ang nangyari, tinabi natin si Kristo. Okay, hindi na proclamation of Christ ito, it is just a good word. That's idolatry. That's beating away. And if the be all and end all is no longer Christ, is no longer God, yan ang pinag-usapan dito. We need to be very careful of that. And then it speaks here about the people, the leaders, especially the leaders in verse 1:9, chapter 1, verse 9, who fill the house of their master with violence and deceit. Tayo hindi tayo nakasiguro eh. We are renewed, we are the people of God, but in this crisis, we experienced how there was so much of disinformation, of lying, of outright untruths, of twisting the words even of bishops, of hiding the issues. And parang mahirap intindihin, paano ba mangyari yun? Pero nangyari. That's why we can never rest secure and say, no, we're Christians, we're renewed, we're serving God, we're trying to be a holy people. Hindi na pwede yan. Hindi na mangyari sa buhay natin yan. We never know. We always need to be careful and to be reminded that precisely what happened amongst us does not happen again. Now, because of all of those, idolatry and leadership that is no longer responsive to the ways of God, then what comes at some point is chastisement. Chapter 1, verse 15, a day of wrath, a day of anguish and distress, a day of destruction and desolation, a day of darkness and gloom, a day of thick black clouds. Grabe talaga, pag pinag-usapan. But, in effect, isn't that what we experience? Isn't that what happened with the crisis? That we all were laid low, we all were hurt deeply, we all were confused, angry, whatever it is, you describe it as. It was darkness, it was the end for some. In fact, ngayon nakikita ko na marami talagang nawala eh. Maraming umalis na lang kasi couldn't figure out how could something like this happen. And so they said, well, how can we say so? Marami na no. But we experience all of that. But that comes, God allows it, or even God intends for it to happen precisely because of the turning away of God's people. And we can only be brought back through chastisement, through punishment, through being laid low. Kasi kung hindi gagawin ng Diyos yun, yung iba, hindi man siguro nalalaman eh. Mali na pala yung ginagawa eh. Many times, you begin to wonder why did some of our brethren act in this way? There's no answer eh. Kasi talagang madadala ka na tayo eh. So God brings us back through chastisement. And we experience the crisis in our community. In fact, we experience it as devastation. That's what Zephaniah chapters 2 and 3 speak about. The devastation that His people would experience. Naranasan natin yun. And then, all the nations will be involved. In Zephaniah 3 verse 8, it is my decision to gather together the nations, to assemble the kingdoms, in order to pour out upon them my wrath, all my blazing anger.